So hello, everybody. I'd like you to welcome you to our event today. Welcome to the city. I'm Amrita Bhatia Babur, and I graduated with the MSc in Accounting and in Finance from LSE in 2013. I'm the chairperson of the LSE Alumni Association of Mumbai and Western India. I work in my family business. It's an export firm which exports various goods such as bicycles, pharmaceuticals, and several other products. I'm joined here today by my wonderful committee, and I will ask them to just quickly introduce themselves. Ankit, do you want to go first?
Yes.
Sure. Hi. Sorry,
okay, we both are Ankit.
Well, I'm Ankit Modi. I'm, the events coordinator on the alumni committee. I work in the energy business, and I graduated from LSE a long time ago, way back in 2005, in government, and moving on to Sharan now.
Yeah, hi there. So I'm Sharan Agarwal. I'm the Students and Recent Graduates Coordinator. I studied an MSc in Finance and Private Equity and graduated in 2016. I'm currently an angel investor and the founder of a wellness brand named Leviosa, which sells fitness and yoga products on Amazon India. Over to you, Sonia.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sonia Miskita. I'm the communications coordinator on the committee. After a career in advertising for over a decade, before that journalism, I turned entrepreneur in 2019, founding my own brand and innovation consultancy called Studio Jigsaw. I graduated from the LSE in 2008 with a degree in international history. So yeah, that's me.
Thank you, Sonia. Could all the panelists just quickly introduce themselves just very briefly in one line? We'll start with you, Ankit Agarwal.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Ankit Agarwal. I graduated in 2013 doing MSc Accounting and Finance. Right now, I'm practicing as a chartered accountant, and I am also launching a platform for angel investing.
Nirav? Yeah.
Yes, I can go. Hi, everyone. I'm Nirav. I graduated in 2018 in the Masters in Accounting and Finance. Currently work for Bloomberg as a global data specialist. And just moved here from Pune back to Mumbai city.
Surit?
Yeah, hi, I'm Surit. So I got 2 degrees from LSE. So I did my undergrad in economics and geography, graduated in 2006. And then in 2007, I did a master's in development management. So currently I'm a co-founder of a startup called Impact Farming Solutions, where we're building like sustainable supply chains for agri-produce.
Abhishek.
Yes, thank you so much. So I did my master's in economics and management from LSE in 2018. And right now I'm the co-founder of a solar software as a service product called Solar Ladder. It's basically a B2B software for solar installers. And also I'm one of the LSE Generate ambassadors of Mumbai and India, helping the Generate program with the entrepreneurship events.
Hi, it's Gayatri. And Ankit, you have someone to beat you. I passed out on 2002. So I did my graduation, master's in social policy and planning. And right now I'm heading the Larsen Toubro Public Charitable Trust. Basically, I'm a crossover from, career crossover from corporate to development sector. And way back that happened. So it's in 2002, I passed out from LSE.
Siddharth, you want to go next?
Hi, everyone. I'm Siddharth Merchant. I graduated with a master's in public administration and public policy degree in 2016. And currently I work for the World Bank in the South Asia region, specifically in the Blue Economy division. Thank you.
Devika?
Hi, guys. I apologize for my dog barking outside, but I have been in the marketing and communication space for the last decade almost. I graduated in 2013 and I did General Media and Culture at LSE.
Thanks.
Neeraj, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name is Neeraj Agarwal, and I did my master's in social policy and development from LSE in 2012-13. And I've actually quit my job this year. I started my own edtech startup in Cycle, which connects students to experienced global professionals for career consultation.
Timothy, do you want to go next?
Yeah, hi. I'm Timothy Franklin. I graduated with an LLM at LSE in 2004. I worked for 10 years in Singapore, Hong Kong at Allen Overy, DLA Piper. And then in 2015, I came back to India to establish the National School of Journalism and Public Discourse in Bangalore.
Chinmay?
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Chinmay. I pursued my LLM in International Business Law in 2017. I now practice as an advocate in India and a solicitor in England and Wales, and I specialize in cross-border dispute resolution.
Lakshmi, could you go next?
Hi, my name is Lakshmi Ramakrishna. I graduated in 2011 with a master's in law from LSE. I'm also a solicitor, enrolled as a solicitor in England and Wales, but I'm right now an in-house counsel for the projects department at Reliance Industries Limited. Thank you.
So thank you to all the panelists for joining us today. Lizzie, would you like to introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about careers?
Hello, everyone. It's lovely to join you here today. My name is Lizzie Darlington, and I'm the Director of LSE Careers. I actually have been speaking to Sharon a fair amount about some of the opportunities that students and recent graduates can still get involved in within LSE Careers, and it would just be great to share some of those experiences with you today, very briefly, if you're happy for me to. I'm going to briefly share my screen because that might be quite a helpful way for me just to cover off some of the things that I know Sharon wasn't fully aware of when we were talking through what some students up to 5 years have access to. So I will just make sure that's fully available for people to see. So as I said, we run the careers service here, and actually the pandemic, we've just been discussing it before everyone got started, has really helped us to be more international and actually engage in things like this. This would not have happened if I could not join you virtually. But I think what we are aware of and what we know lots of students in India are still tapping into, and alumni and graduates, is our support that continues up to 5 years. So just to let you know some of that support, students and recent graduates can still access one-to-one careers consultant appointments. And that can be talking about everything from career planning, guidance, or specific advice on CVs, cover letters, application forms for jobs. We run practice interviews where you can have obviously a mock practice interview before an actual interview might come up. And this is something that, as we've gone through the pandemic, lots of recent graduates are still taking us up on this offer because obviously it is a tough job market out there. And for the 2 to 5 year alumni, we do coaching appointments that you can book via a system. And I'm going to send you a link so you can go on and have a look at that if you're interested. The other thing is that our career events are still available for many of the recent graduates. So whether that be online virtual careers fairs, which, you know, it's all virtual now. So whereas people couldn't access those things when they were moved back to India, we now have these openly accessible. So that's a mixture of employer presentations, employer coffee mornings, which is a little bit more like what we have here today, but where different employers in sectors come to talk to students and recent graduates about the jobs that they have and what's going on in there. And they have a real international focus as well. We've got our Meet Our Alum series, which is where we bring in more niche roles. And it's great to see the range of different roles people are getting involved in on this call today. You know, either you might like to come if you're more of a recent graduate or alumni, or you might want to get involved in it. Let me know. I will provide my details to Sharon. And if you wanted to be an alum as part of our Meet Our Alum series, where you can come and speak to recent students, we would love to have you on board. And we also obviously run a host of skills seminars, and these are virtual now. So this could be career hunting in a challenging job market. It can be working through your career narrative online. All of these sorts of things are here to try and help students and recent graduates in this period, so that early alumni piece. I think just to let you know, you can obviously still get involved in department and alumni networking events and panels. We're always looking for people like yourself, and we'd love you to be involved. They used to be more in person, but we do have this virtual offer now. And if you're keen, please do get in touch with me and we can get you tapped into those sources for your department. And there's obviously opportunities to provide things like work experience opportunities, work shadowing online. All of these sorts of things we're really looking for from our local alumni, from our international alumni community. So it could be lovely to hear from you. And the last piece really I wanted to focus on that's obviously openly accessible to everyone and we keep updated and we have invested a lot in is our online careers resources. So these are things such as AI powered CV platforms that can help us improve the look, appearance and actually content of our CVs, case study interview platforms, digital interview platforms. So just a real range of things that I think you'll agree is really, really helpful to get involved in. I'm just going to show you one last thing and how you can access some of this information, and I'll send this out to you now. Let me just find this. Excellent. So I will send you this link and the thing, and this is how you can access and get involved with any of this information. And if I can just move this toolbar, I also wanted to show you the LSE Career Hub pages, which I think is here. I can't bring it up, I'm sorry, I'll send it through to you and thing, but where you can access all of this is LSE Career Hub, and it's a great resource for you to be able to access and get all of these sort of things that we've been talking about. So I'm happy to answer any questions, but I know we've got a jam-packed event, so I will hand back over and answer any questions if you have them.
Does anyone have any questions for Lizzie? Charan, why don't we move on, and why don't you talk about a little bit about the other resources that are available to graduates?
Yeah, thanks. I'll just, before I go ahead with that, I'm going to upload one document, which just, I'll upload it after I complete this. So there are other resources available as well, not just the career resources. And there's some very useful links which I have in a document which I will share with you as soon as I'm done with this. So some of the other services that are at your disposal as alumni, recent grads, are further learning opportunities. You can get exclusive alumni discounts. These can be for short courses, postgraduate courses. You have LSE Live to browse various events, programs, or even get one-on-one advisory. You have a dedicated alumni center now, which is on campus, which is in the center building. It's a brand new alumni center, which you have in the center building. And you also have access to free digital skills, a digital skills lab, which is specifically for alumni. And the most interesting one, in my opinion, is also the free alumni email for life via Illuminati. So you just go to Illuminati, and out there you can get a free LSE email for life, alumni email for life. And in fact, for the first 3 months, I believe, you get a free upgrade to the Pro plan. So those are a couple of other resources that are available to the alumni. And I will now upload the document which has the other resources as well. In the meantime, please go ahead. Abhishek, please take over and speak about Generate.
Thank you so much, Sharon. I'll just share my screen and do a quick, if you can just let me, give me access to share my screen. I'll just go through a quick presentation about the Generate program and what the international chapter does. So
Abhishek, you should have access now. Yeah.
Yes, I do. Okay, perfect. So, I think most of you know about LSE Generate, has seen me multiple times over here talking about it. But So basically, the Generate program is it was started by LSE to help recent graduate and alumni to start and build their businesses. So throughout the year, what we do is we have a range of different events. It starts from on-campus events for recent grads, with their mentoring sessions. Then you have your funding competitions, which happen. Then we have mentoring sessions and global networking. All these events are there at the LSE campus. But recently, what the Generate program has started are the international chapters. The main aim of the international chapters is to create a local community of entrepreneurs in all the different regions. So we have India, Israel, we have one in China, Kenya, I think. And the main aim is to create this community and then create like a lot of events, co-working spaces that all the alumni and recent graduates can benefit from. So as Liz was saying, COVID actually did help LSE Generate also, because the amount of connections that we are getting with international alumni has increased drastically. And on that note, I'll also talk about the number of LSE founders across the globe is a lot, especially in India too. We have almost 500 LSE founders in India, and we are in the process of coming up with events, networking sessions specifically organized by LSE Generate to basically leverage this network so that LSE founders and alumni can grow quicker and also get the benefit of all these people in different sectors. Till now, we have had a partnership with, for example, the Mumbai LSE Alumni Committee, and organized a pitch day wherein it was a small funding competition wherein any LSE alumni can come and pitch their startup idea and get a small funding. Similarly, we have different events that's organized specifically for Mumbai and India that's also coming up. However, there are a lot of information that's there in the LSE Generate website, which I will post in the chat right after this presentation, where you can go and see all the different events. There's almost an event every week or so that's organized by LJ and the team. Recently, we have these events, but also co-working spaces. So the LSE Generate London Hub has a co-working space already. They started one in Lagos, one in Lisbon, and hopefully soon in Mumbai also. So it will be free for any alumni to basically use to start and during the entire entrepreneurship journey. And so we are organizing these new events as we speak. So I'll also post a form that you guys can fill up so that we know exactly what you want, what kind of events are you looking for. So it will help us organize these events. And we have these different ambassadors throughout India. So you have me in Mumbai, then there is in China and a few other places. And finally, one thing that I think LSE Generate has been working for a long time is they have launched their own VC fund finally. It's in the last few stages, so in a month or so they will officially launch it. However, right now you can go on the website. I'll be posting this also, and fill up the form and then send your pitch deck in. Even though they're not funding right now, in a month or two, however, they've already helped LSE alumni get term sheets and funding already, because they have already created this huge network of VCs who help LSE Generate. So they do invest in India also, Indian companies. And it's as long as one co-founder is an LSE alumni, you are eligible for the VC fund. And that's about it. In the breakout room, I can get into more detail about the VC fund of LSE Generate, what are they looking for, what kind of startups do they invest in. So that's it from me for now.
There's one more thing I just wanted to quickly mention. mentioned, we have a couple of WhatsApp groups. One is an LSE Alumni Bombay WhatsApp group, and one is more career focused, which is the LSE Professional Network. So I would strongly recommend that you join these groups. I will be sharing the links, and also just you'll get to know about all the upcoming events, and for all the recent grads out there, or any alumni for that matter, please do share your bios with us, along with your a professional picture on LSE Alumni Bombay at gmail.com, so we can feature you on our Instagram page and also in our newsletter, because it's always better to put a face to a name, right? So we want to build a community, and that's a goal that we have as part of one of our goals. So I'll hand it over to Amrita.
Okay, so if everyone's ready, we can just launch the breakout rooms now. Let's try that. If there are any issues, feel free to unmute and just tell me, or just send me a direct message, or any of the co-hosts. Just accounting and finance, you will remain, the panelists, you'll remain in the main room.
For all participants, you are free to choose whichever room you want to join, and also move rooms as and when you're finished with one.
In case you're not able to go into a breakout room, or you're having any issues, could you just unmute and tell me which room you want to go to, and I will assign you to that room. So Ankit, do you want to just unmute and then just start telling us about your career journey?
So this is our breakout room, right?
Yes, this is our room.
Yeah, okay. So basically I graduated in 2013 after completing my chartered accountancy. And then I have joined my father. He's also a chartered accountant. And my sister has also turned out to be a chartered accountant, and I married a chartered accountant. So we are 4 of us, and we are working in Aurangabad. It's near Bombay, and we do have our offices in Bombay, Pune, and Delhi. And I have also recently launched a platform for angel investors who can, like, it's a platform, it's like a matchmaking thing for a startup and an investor. It's an online platform which will go live next month. Yep.
Thank you, Ankit. Nirav, do you wanna?
Sure, thank you. So I graduated, like I said, with a master's in accounting and finance in 2017. I didn't really know what I wanted to do at that point, but considering that I had some experience in venture capital before that and some experience in IT before that, and I enjoyed both of them, I looked for a role that was sort of fintech based. And luckily enough, I came across this role at Bloomberg, which was a very heavy project management role. And as you all know, Bloomberg is the center of the financial universe. So there's enough of finance as well. So yeah, I made a decision to move to Mumbai because I wanted to be close to family. I spent 4 years in the UK before that. And I think I moved to Mumbai as soon as I graduated and started working here. At Bloomberg, I've moved different teams over the last 3.5 years. I started off with equities and then fixed income, and now I'm doing more of a project management role. But yeah, I won't keep going on. I think Ankit and I both want to hear your questions.
Yes.
So anyone feel free to just unmute and introduce yourselves and, start to get the conversation started.
Hi, I'm Tanmay, and I was very interested to join this breakout group. I'm from Australia. I am of Indian origin. I graduated from the LSE in 2006 in Information Systems and Strategy. I work for the Commonwealth Bank of Australia in a variety of roles. I have served as a senior manager in risk and cyber, service technology, service management, and now in project delivery. Yeah, and it was very interesting to hear all of your experiences. And it's actually 12:14 a.m. in Sydney here, so it's obviously the next day, and which is. But I was just very interested to see what LSE India had to offer, and so I joined. So happy to take any questions from recent graduates, and in any way I can help or guide. Thank you.
Do any of you else want to just unmute and just introduce yourselves?
Yeah, hi. I'm Swati. I'm actually not in finance. I'm a legal person.
Okay.
So I'm in the right breakout room actually.
Do you want me to send you to the law room? I'll just do that.
Can you please? Thanks.
Yeah. Does anyone else want to go in the meantime?
Yeah, I would like to go to the law room as well.
Okay, just give me a second.
I would probably have to go to the public sector room.
Just 1 second. The public sector, hold on. Anamika, I'm just doing the next. Okay, anybody else?
Is there a group for management or HR?
Sorry, what is your name? Sakshi?
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me 1 sec. Yeah, is there anybody else who'd like to move rooms? So I'm in the accounting and finance room as well. I may as well just tell you a little bit about myself. I studied MSc Accounting and Finance at LSE in 2013, and Ankit and I were in the same batch. I have been working for my family business. It's an export firm, and I run the finance department for my family business. It's basically foreign exchange management, controlling the risk of the moving currency, things like that. I'm also taking part in some business activities that are happening, like expansion and finding other suppliers and other customers. Besides that, I've been elected as the LSE Alumni Association's chairperson for Mumbai and Western India. So that's been keeping me pretty busy. And I was elected during COVID. So unfortunately, all our events till now have had to be virtual. But I'm hoping like things have started to get better now in Bombay. So I'm hoping that we're going to have, we can have an event soon in person and actually, come out and meet you guys. Would anybody else like to unmute and just introduce themselves?
Hi, I'm Neeraj. Just recently graduated like 2 or 3 months before. I'm actually looking to change my manufacturing sector and coming into a financial sector. So right now I'm facing difficulties to target institutions, like because I have no prior experience in finance department. So I would really appreciate someone to help me in this scenario.
Ankit, can you tell us a little bit more about this new venture that you were talking about?
Yeah, so basically, many of the general public do not have access to the angel investment platform. So like it's generally the VCs and the ticket size is huge, like it's like in tens of hundreds of crores. And the general public are very, very curious to invest in the startups because that is the thing going on right now. So that's why we brought up a platform where any person can invest in a startup and be part of their journey. So it's an online platform where you will be able to view what is a startup about. The startups can create a pitch, and then the investors can ask them various questions, and we will be sort of the mediators to help the thing go smoothly.
Okay, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
actually sounds very helpful to small businesses.
Yeah,
that,
because
you know,
there is
need
no
funding. Yeah.
platform, and people are confused like where to get their investment from, and people
Yeah.
who are willing to invest, they don't know where to invest.
Correct.
So that's why we thought of getting such a platform.
So, you know, it's funny that you mentioned this because in July, we had the LSE Alumni Association, my committee and I actually had a month of entrepreneurship. So one of our events was a pitching competition for
Yes.
startups that have been started by LSE alums, and LSE Generate had decided to very generously, like, you know, host this competition, and the top 3 winners got some funding money from them and a chance at mentoring from a bunch of you know, different advisors that are there with LSE Generate and other Indian judges as well.
Okay.
So if you know Surhid, he was in the entrepreneurship panel. He won the pitching competition.
Okay.
And he won around, I think, £3,000, if I'm not mistaken, in prize money. Yeah. And also like mentorship from, you know, whomever he wanted from LSE Generate and some other judges that were there. So it's actually really wonderful to hear about all these small startups that have, you know, they've made such a huge difference.
Yeah, and we need something where we can see all these startups listed. So that's why we thought we'll start something like this.
Definitely.
Yeah. So Neeraj, what is the advice you wanted regarding?
Yeah, so basically I really want help in, you know, targeting firms that will in India, basically, that will provide some job for freshers in financial department.
Okay. Neerav, I think you can help in this.
Sure, yeah. So Neeraj, again, there's a lot of things that you can actually end up doing when you say finance, right? And if I can be shameless and just pitch careers at Bloomberg here, that would be a good start. If you're interested, you can have a look at the careers website and Bloomberg, and I'm happy to sit down with you later afterwards and sort of go through a couple of positions that we have in Mumbai and explain what each position does. But like I said, right, I think the first step would be just to speak to people and understand what kind of work is out there. Because if you just say that I want to work in finance, it might be a little too vague. Yeah, I think just start off talking with people in the industry to understand what kind of roles there are, and then pick and choose some of the roles that you actually really like, and then maybe give it a shot and apply to those. And like all of us are here to sort of help you out with any network sort of issues that you have. But yeah, I hope you find that helpful.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Would anybody else like to unmute and just introduce themselves and just tell us about what you're doing?
Hi everyone. Good evening. This is Shubhabrata. I'm actually from Calcutta. I went to LSE 2013. I graduated in 2014 with a master's in public policy and administration, and thereafter I've worked in the strategy consulting. Interestingly, in the intersection of government with the public sector advisory wing of Deloitte and PwC. And currently I'm working on a boutique firm again with the public sector advisory. I was with the Chief Minister's PPP advisory wing of the government of Andhra Pradesh for a period of 3 years, 2017 to 20. And now I'll be joining in a secondment with the National Infrastructure and Investment Fund as advisor to the board of the managing director and CEO on channelizing the National Infrastructure Pipeline project, which is currently having a ticket size of around $10 billion. And beside my professional pursuit, I help my brother run his entrepreneurial venture, which is a D2C brand, a direct-to-consumer brand in the seafood, fish, and meat products, which is, we call it like a pure protein segment. You can find there are two major categories. So one, the current in thing is the plant-based ventures, but this is a pure protein segment. So I help him scale that, bring in whatever the financial learnings that I could have over this 7 years of professional journey. And yeah, would like to connect with you all. I was actually trying to connect with the Delhi team today, but I was late from my office, so could not. Then I thought, okay, fine, why not take the opportunity to connect with the Mumbai team? This is the first time actually I'm interacting. Hello, everyone. Yeah, have a great time.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure. Pleasure is all mine.
Hello, can I go next?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Well, the thing is, I'm not sure which room I fit into, but the reason I was hanging out like this. So the thing is, I did my master's in operations research in 2004 in LSE. So it's quite long back.
Okay.
So I didn't know which group I'm going to go on exactly. That's the reason. But anyway, so after that, I did my PhD and then I worked as an academic in Denmark. And now I'm back in India trying to start up my hunting my own. So I just came back just before the pandemic and this stuck. So sort of slow start right now. And actually, contrary to the person who wanted to move from manufacturing to banking, I was actually getting into manufacturing myself. So it's sort of.
What are you manufacturing? Could you tell us a little bit about that?
No, the thing is not that I'm going to manufacture. What I do is actually help manufacturers in automating their processes. So it's mostly industrial automation using these emerging technologies. So we have this robotics, IoT. So that will be where my background in operations and mechanical engineering will be most useful. Of course, that you need to have some knowledge about manufacturing as well, but that's sort of the main part which I'm going to deal with. So I won't be manufacturing as such, but helping manufacturers improve their operations. So I don't know whether I'll be belonging to this banking group or the government group. So that's the reason I was hanging out like that.
Well, if you like, I can, put you in the change of careers if you want to browse some of the other rooms. If anyone wants to browse some of the other rooms, please just let me know and I'll put you in there.
But anyway, the group is active right now, so I would rather be here and talk.
Okay, it's up to you.
Unless something else is interesting going on anyway. But anyway, let's see how it goes.
If you want to introduce yourself. I guess they may not be there.
Can I ask a question to Ankit? He started a fund, right, for startups?
Yep.
Is it a registered fund? I mean, is there a fund behind what your platform you see?
So basically, it's not a fund. So it's basically directly investing in the startup, not through any fund. Because again, the fund, there is some requirement regarding the minimum capital and the minimum net worth. So in order to bypass that, we have done this.
Well, I'm not sure about the regulations, but
yeah, I tried to get through the regulation, so it's still a gray area. But it's like directly investing in a company that is allowed.
So it's like a peer-to-peer investment platform.
Peer-to-peer investment.
Okay, I mean, I heard that RBI is working on a proposal for that, but anyway, I'm not sure.
Yeah, they are working, but that is through an alternate investment fund.
Yeah, alternate investments.
Yeah, so but for that, then again, there are too many regulations.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to, look at these issues beforehand itself.
I know. We already consulted a lawyer, and because before starting this venture, that was the biggest issue. In India, everything you need to first get the regulation straight.
Yeah.
Hi. Sorry, please go on. Please go on.
Any specific domains you're targeting in terms of startups, or you're looking at all?
No, right now we are our website is almost over, like it's almost done. So we'll be launching next month, and we are targeting like 5 startups every month. And then we'll go sector specifics once like we see the response of what type of startups we are interested.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
So Ankit, just one more thing to add to that. Definitely get in touch with us, Sharan
Sure.
Agarwal, because anyone who wants to kind of just put it out there, like what you're doing to get a little more reach toward the alumni network. We are featuring alumni on our Instagram page, and that's helping a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It will be a great help.
Yeah, so we would love to feature you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, hi, can I go next?
Yes, please go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I am Sayam. I graduated pretty recently in 2018. I did my MSc in economics from LSE. Before, my MSc at the school, I was working for an MP from East India. I worked as the legislative assistant with him for a year. After LSE, I did a stint in investment banking in London, where I specifically looked at raising equity funding for mature companies. Post banking, I was with Invest India in New Delhi, which is the Government of India's National Investment Promotion Facilitation Agency. And I finally quit my job last year. And right now I'm helping build out the early stage investment arm for my family office. So pretty excited to connect with folks working with startups, either investing or looking to start on their own. We basically are sector agnostic, but state specific in that we look at seed to Series A. And I mean, just one more point, I'll most likely be in Mumbai this weekend and till next Tuesday. So I'll be happy to meet any alums, or if something, I'm not sure whether it's whether people are meeting up in Mumbai as frequently as they are in my city, Calcutta. But in case you are, it'll be lovely to meet up with some folks.
Yeah. So Sayam, my suggestion to you is please join our WhatsApp group. We have a LSE Alumni Bombay WhatsApp group. One is for professional networking and one is for just, generally keeping in touch. So please definitely join both of them. The link should already be in the main chat. If you can join that and you can just post it there, like, if whoever's free, you can make a plan with them to definitely meet up. Because whoever's comfortable with, to step out, they will definitely be happy to be making a plan with you.
Sure. Thank you.
Namita, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, hi, I'm so sorry I joined a little late. So I am from Mumbai. I graduated from LSE in 2014. And currently I'm working with the education startup. So it's a non-profit based startup which trains teachers to become a career counselors. I have been in education since I graduated. So currently I'm also interested in starting my own venture. I wanted to be in a wellness space, but what I'm doing right now, it's a very preliminary idea stage kind of startup. So I'm just talking to as many people as possible, getting their feedback and doing market testing and product design. So that's pretty much about me.
It's nice to hear from you, Namita. And let me know if you would like to me to assign you to any other particular room. I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah.
And in the meanwhile, while we're here, I just wanted to hear from you guys, if you have any suggestions for what the committee should be doing, because we have been planning a lot of events, but, the thing is with online events, I have like maybe 100, 200 people register for the event, but then everyone just assumes that it's going to be recorded. And then the participation rate is not great. It just kind of tends to happen that, I have something better to do, I'll watch it later. So what would really interest you? Like, what do you want the committee to organize that will really help you? Or, it could be anything, whatever, career related things, something fun to do with alums. So could I hear your suggestions of what you really want us to do?
Sorry, before we get started on this, can I please mention that I'm not seeing the WhatsApp links on the chat. So would it be possible to have it?
I'll send them to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
I think more offline events. So just if there's
so yeah, I mentioned this that we weren't allowed to have any as per the government regulations. Till now, we've not been allowed to have anything. And pre-Diwali, we tried to plan a mixer, but honestly, we had 2 registrations. So they said, with 2 registrations, what kind of event are you going to have? I guess people are not, they're not fully vaccinated. A lot of people said that we are still to get the second shot, so they're not comfortable going out. We're planning one for December, something where you have the option to keep your mask on if you feel comfortable, and maybe do it at an art museum or like a talk, like a curated talk. And then after that, whoever's comfortable can go get a drink or a coffee or something like that. So we're talking about doing something like this in like end November or December, assuming that things are still going well COVID-wise. So it all depends on that.
There's one suggestion I had. I'm not sure if this is being done already,
Sure.
but for example, I mean, so there are certain areas where, for example, I'm very happy to contribute and help, and there are certain dimensions of my career where I would definitely, need advice, right?
Yeah.
So if there can be a platform, WhatsApp probably could be one, but it will require some moderation where I could be connected to, for example, people seeking advice and people looking to give advice to me, right? And that holds for each individual here. So what that would do is obviously strengthen connections between the community. And I think in some sense, it will just give a boost to, what could be achieved by LSE alums. And those could probably be case studies going down the line, right? Something along those lines.
Yeah, so definitely, if you join our LSE, a professional networking group, everyone who joins is asked to just put a short bio about themselves, like, what their background is, what they're currently doing, and if they're happy to have someone reach out to them for help or to, ask for help. So that way you can connect with alums there. And once you connect with them, then we request you to just take it to a private message and not, bombard the group with messages. Yeah, so I'll definitely share the link shortly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Is there anything else?
So I was thinking that for the pitch sessions, the virtual pitch sessions, I believe we have a good number of senior alumni working with a lot of blue chip private equity and venture capital firms. I can recall one of our senior alumni in Bombay. I think she moved from General Atlantic to some or L Catterton to some other firm. I cannot recall where she went. She went to a very, I believe, a very global reputed PE firm. So when I believe the reason you were telling, the drop in attendance or maybe the seriousness, maybe because of the reasons it is very closely network, and then not too many of I believe big names backing up. So there can be 2 ways to do it. One is obviously the association that with a PE or a VC firm like venture catalyst or some Y Combinator kind of I believe that would attract a lot of serious people who actually want to pitch that way, or at least a panel where we have some senior alumni, easy to convince them to come and join, and then they bringing in their firm's credentials along with. So I believe that probably would enhance the attendance as well as seriousness of the participation. I mean, this is, I'm presuming, I hope it works.
Okay, thank you for that suggestion. We'll definitely look into it.
Miss Kretki Paranjape, I recall the name, but I cannot recall the firm she has moved to, but she has moved to a very talked about, I cannot recall. but any of us.
Ketki used to be my classmate at the LSE in 2005. She did accounting. I think she did finance and economics, and I did information systems. So we used to be in the same hostel in London. And there you go. So I think, yes, I remember she was in LVMH in L Capital Asia, and she
was in L Capital Asia. Right?
Yeah, I think Kelly. I'm sorry, I've forgotten the name, but I just congratulated her on the LinkedIn just about 3 weeks before. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, a very celebrated name in the private equity ecosystem.
Oh, so that is there you go. I remember Katie with these thick specs those days, and crying after her exams, and now she's become a partner. Oh, come on, how time flies. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I know Ketki well. If anyone actually wants to get in touch, then more than happy to make a pitch or a connection. She would remember me. So yeah.
Great.
Yeah, one suggestion. I know. Look, I can only give one suggestion to all of you. I know the vast majority of the people here are in the startup mode, and that's something so good. I mean, I left Indian shows way back in 2005, so I haven't been in touch with what's happening in the Indian scene so far. But one thing that I remember is when when I was looking for roles and careers after my graduation because of the work permit problems in the UK. I would have loved if there would have been a stronger alumni group in those days to help me find jobs. Let's say I had to come back to India instead of just randomly applying for roles anywhere. So maybe as alumni groups and maybe as centers of alumni excellence in India, if the alumni can actually say, all right, you've just graduated, you've come to from the LSE. Now, look, I'm a partner in PwC. Let me take your application and put it to the right person. That sort of helps, because one of the things that people, they land up in India after a degree, they don't know what to do, they have loans to pay, and they start randomly applying for jobs, and not everybody might be interested in launching a startup. So if those kind of deep nexus links are formed, that would be good. That's just my recommendation.
Yeah, you and I feel the same.
Okay, thank you for that. I think now all the breakout rooms have closed, and I'm just posting everyone's email address who's happy to connect with everyone else. So it's there in the chat. I've also posted the WhatsApp group links in the chat. If you did not get it, please send me a DM, or you can always email us. And we'll be happy to get you in touch with anyone. Sonia?
Sorry, I just wanted to confirm. So I'm actually not from Mumbai. Is it still fine if I join the Bombay group? Or
absolutely, if you're LSE alum, you're welcome to join.
Yeah. Amazing, thank you.
And do take a look at our Linktree link which I had posted. It's got all of the links that I've posted except for the WhatsApp group links. So at least take a look at that one, and you'll be able to join Facebook and YouTube and everything. The Instagram, I'd suggest you join that page if you have Instagram. And definitely, as Amrita said, do join our WhatsApp groups. It'd be great to have you all on them. And we keep posting whenever there's an event, or if you all want to, post regarding a job or any kind of, anything regarding something that you all are doing or trying to promote. You can promote it on the LSE Alumni Bombay page. And if it's something professional, then please do post it on the professional network.
Sonia, would you like to unmute?
Yeah, so that brings our speed networking and mentoring session to a close. We hope everyone had a good time. We'd like to thank all of our panelists who very graciously shared their time and insights. And it was just a fantastic way to have, conversations and network with really interesting people from, across industry. So we hope you found it interesting. And like Amrita and Sharan said, do stay in touch with us, do join our groups, do stay in touch with the community. We're planning a lot of fun stuff and it would be fantastic for you to stay in touch and join. Thanks everyone and good night.
Thank you. Thank you. It was lovely to meet all of you and thank you for being with us tonight.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Great time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.